Oh my goodness gracious. So good to see all of you. So very, very good to see you. Oh, Luna, you are doing awesome. Okay. This image is the Cocoon Nebula. And the Cocoon Nebula, of which there are too many nebulas to name, just in the Milky Way galaxy alone, a terribly rough guesstimate is like 20,000 nebula. Nebula are where stars are born and where they go to die. This was taken, I loved this one particularly because it was taken by a friend and colleague of mine, Reverend David Ridge in Boulder, Colorado, just this week. He's a backyard astronomer. I always get astrology and astronomy mixed up. But yeah, he puts up the most glorious images, but I love this because it just shows this birthing of stars, this ever movement, this ever growing, this ever evolving continuation of life. No matter what is going on, we are just part of this swirling, luminous, gaseous planet full of so much stuff, so much light, so much life moving forward. Now, some of that I think is beautiful, but inside you might look at it and see what looks like a chaotic mess is actually order. There is order going on. Light is forming. Stars are taking shape. In astronomy, they call nebulas stellar nurseries. I love that thought. Stellar nurseries. Now, I could just stand here and contemplate that image for the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but from Eckhart Tolle, whenever you are able, have a look inside yourself to see whether you are unconsciously causing conflict between the inner and the outer, between your external circumstances at that moment, where you are, who you are with, or what you are doing, and your thoughts and feelings. Can you feel how painful it is to eternally stand in opposition to what is? So just take a look inside yourself and observe. Take a measurement. Are you in conflict or are you in peace? When you recognize this, you also realize that you are now free to give up this futile conflict, this inner state of war. We are always at choice. Now remember, I say repeatedly and forever, we don't ignore the pain, we don't ignore the suffering, we acknowledge the existence. But we do our very best not to give our power to it. It's exhaustive, it's harmful, it causes illness, it causes strife, it causes war. When the egoic body is being run by fear, by greed, by belief systems that are harmful, mean, cruel, Whatever we see going on in the outside world can also be going on inside of us. Throughout the week, I've been working on this talk, and on Friday, because I have so much family here, did you guys meet my sister and my brother-in-law? And so many of you know Michelle and Henry, and so many of you know Linda, my spiritual sister of, 30-some years now, I don't even know. And I was at your baby shower after COVID, so I have seen you since COVID, because Lona's not that old. Anyway, so in the process of getting to this place here this morning, and this is my third talk, because I kept not landing, and already this one has changed. Because over the last several hours, life has changed again. And you know me, I can't not acknowledge what is going on in the world. And my heart is so sad, as I imagine many of you feel the same way. When you recognize this, you also realize that you are now free to give up this futile conflict, this inner state of war. Whatever may be going on within our world, within our country, we still have authority over our personal dominion. And who we are as individuals makes a difference. We are continually evolving. Hopefully we're evolving up the spiral of human evolution. But even as you know, as we've looked at spiral dynamics in the past, everything spirals up, but it's in the spiraling up, you still have to make that curve to get the momentum to go back higher, right? So we take little dips. But in taking those dips, we don't have to throw away all of our learned wisdom and common sense and kindness and love and compassion. We can change that dynamic. Our personal and individual evolution, and what I call spiritual evolution, doesn't have anything to do with religion. It doesn't have anything to do with dogma and doctrine, which, as you know, Unity tries to stay as far away from as possible, so that we are always in that fluid, flowing state of changing our mind, of opening our hearts and moving forward and upward and around. So our individual evolution contributes to the evolution of humanity. I want you to hear that. Your personal evolution contributes to the evolution of humanity. That's how important you are. You are not just some speck put here on planet Earth just to float around like a gnat in the wind. I guess I dare say even a gnat floating around in the wind must have a purpose. I don't know what that is at the moment, but someone might. You chose to be on the planet at this time. And we are in a pivotal time on planet Earth. And so much is focused with what is going on in the United States with this current stuff. But don't we have to take a lot of deep breaths? Don't we have to dig deep and find our personal sovereignty and our personal love? To find ways to love and honor ourselves so that we can contribute to the well-being of humanity. So that we can give up the feudal conflict within us, our inner state of war within us, and transform that into love. So my daughter and I talk daily, a couple times daily actually, but I told her one day that I had this image of the light bright that she had as a toy. How many of you had this toy when you were little, right? I see all that generation. Are you guys Gen Xers? Is that what you are? Pardon? Yeah? This is a Gen X toy, but they're still available. So you guys all know the light bright. All right, how many parents and grandparents actually made sure they played light bright with their kids? Because they're fun. So I told Michelle that I had this image. We talk about keeping our vibes up and keeping our vibration high and making sure our frequency's clean and clear and stay in that place of love and my daughter Michelle is one of the people. I don't know many others that is so consciously aware of keeping her karma clean. And she's a constant pain in the behind, reminding me that, and that's not true, she's not. But she'll say, driving karma, or parking karma, or in very loving ways. And I go, okay, right. So light bright. So that I've kind of adopted this term just as that mantra. Light bright. Light bright. Works, right? Yeah. To keep our light bright as much as we can. In the good moments and in the not so good moments. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity. Get all your faculties and powers awake and working in perfect harmony with the Christ consciousness pattern. In Unity, we talk about Christ consciousness as that divine knowing, that divine awareness, our divine I am. That piece of us, all of us, that is always connected to source creation, whatever that may mean for you, whatever your God is, the God of your understanding. I know I repeat this all the time, but one of my colleagues in seminary who had been an atheist until she came down with cancer, and she found a way to shift that consciousness, and the only word she could come up with for God was peanut butter. And she and peanut butter changed her life. Whatever it is for you, whatever name you have to give, she must have really loved peanut butter. But Myrtle didn't say, get everything figured out and under control. She said, wake up, align with spirit, and have faith that there is order in the universe, even when it doesn't look like there is. And Emmett Fox, within your own mentality, there lies a source of energy stronger than electricity, unlimited and inexhaustible. You only need to make conscious contact with it. You only need to remember. And just put a smile on your face when you remember. And let your vibration rise. Little pieces. Every little piece, every little moment, every little step. And they're like butterfly wings, changing the world. I tried to track down this, but I couldn't find out who ZF with is. But I like what they wrote. Life is electric right now. Don't fall for the fear-mongering or doom narratives. That's just noise to distract you from your power. Walk like you were sent here by God. Smile at strangers. Speak light. Move like your presence changes rooms. Build things. Take chances. Help people remember who they are. This is a pivotal, powerful, and sacred time in human history, and you're alive for it. I believe you chose to be here for it. So don't shrink, don't numb out, get lit from within and light the way. And your affirmation for the week. I move easily in the flow of life. I am radiantly and enthusiastically alive. I am free from tension, stress, and strain. I go forward in the flow of life, unhurried and unworried. I love you. And so it is.